Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Indie Kid coming at you. This is the Orange Blazer, and I'm coming at you on behalf of Talkin VAWLS. Talkin VAWLS will be coming at you post-game Tuesday night, probably in the 9:30-ish range, post-Appalachian State game. And then, of course, Talkin VAWLS Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Time football on Saturdays after the games. This coming Saturday, Tennessee plays Texas A&M 12 p.m. on ESPN. So you're probably looking 3:30, 4 o'clock post-game show around that point. And make sure you check out the day after. That's my weekly post-game Tennessee football show. And make sure you check out the Orange Blazer each week. So I'll come and I'll kind of recap and preview what's going on in Tennessee football on this Wednesday night. I'm planning on, this will probably drop Thursday. I'm going to do a day after it's early signing day edition, recruiting recap, kind of recap what Tennessee's doing, how the early signing day goes for football. But this is a basketball show. Enough about football here. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. And appreciate you guys tuning in. We had a good first week last week, and hope to build from here. But Tennessee finally got to take the court this week. They're off to a 2-0 start with a 56-47 win over Colorado and a 65-56 win over Cincinnati. But a couple good wins to start off. Good, decent Colorado. I'm not so sure. You know, sometimes they're kind of one of those. They'll have a decent program one year and whatnot. You know, a good program, good Power 5 win right there. And then Cincinnati always seems to be pretty strong. I know they're not ranked right now, but you know, they're notorious, and, you know, they've normally got a good basketball program up at Cincinnati. They have for years now. And, you know, good win yesterday. And both games kind of gone a little bit like I expected with the layoff, getting to play games and so on. And, you know, a lot of times you'll see Tennessee start off with maybe a UT Martin, you know, someone along those Tennessee Tech, somewhere along those lines. A lot of times where they can kind of go through the motions and still get by with pretty big wins. But they had, you know, a couple 9-point wins. I think that's pretty good to start with, especially with all they've gone through with Pratt Pavilion being identified as a COVID hotspot, and just everything that's gone on with that program, all the quarantines, all the positive, with Rick Barnes testing positive. And, you know, testament to these guys and what they've done getting ready, and a good first week. And we've seen some of the rivals really struggle so far. I mean, Kentucky is off to a rough start right now. Of course, you know, I've seen it out Kentucky before. It's not where you start, it's where you finish at. But, you know, a few things that I've seen, of course, I expected there would be some struggles. You had to expect it coming out of the gate. You know, like I said, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But they did finish games. It's just like yesterday. Finished on a 14-3 run to end that game. That's how you finish games right there. And, you know, there'll be times in those tight games where they're going to have to finish, where they're going to have to close teams out. And they did a good job of that yesterday in a game that was tight most of the way until the last few minutes when Tennessee closed it out in style. But as far as lineups, rotations, and stuff, you know, it fluctuates as you go. You're going to see guys, you know, their minutes are going to fluctuate. You kind of know what you're getting, and just based on the stats right now, the main guys with minutes, and maybe a little surprised, but of course Fulkerson, Vescovi, and Victor Bailey has played a lot of minutes. I didn't really know what his role would be coming in. We've seen a lot how he is a scorer. He's a good athlete. He likes, you know, he can shoot and stuff. He's played... Eve Pons has played 62 minutes, and then you've got Victor Bailey and Vescovi who have each played 61 minutes. Fulkerson's played 57, and the next closest is Josiah-Jordan James at 51. But then after that, I've seen Jaden Springer, his minutes. I think he played 9 minutes the first game, and he played 25 yesterday. So you're seeing his minutes pick up a little bit. His scoring picked up a little bit yesterday as well. Keon Johnson played 33 minutes so far, and then E.J. Anasicki played 26. Olivier Comha, I think. I know somebody said it for me last week. I'm probably messing it up again. He's played 14 minutes, and then Plavsic has only played 1 minute so far. But this is kind of what I expected out of the rotation. I wouldn't be surprised to see Keon Johnson and Springer's minutes pick up a little bit. Maybe Anasicki's as well. I know they were excited to get him coming in, and seems to me like with Anasicki, and I think he'll get better. He maybe struggled a little bit the first couple games, done some good things, and I think it seemed like his hands, he doesn't have soft hands down there. And again, it's first couple games, I expect getting better, but it's mainly going to be Fulkerson and Pons, and we've seen it so far, especially out of Pons. He doesn't have to score to be effective. He's such a good athlete, whether he's making plays, a great defender. Great defender, Pons is. I think right now it's saying he's got 10 points through 2 games, and that's all right. I don't think when you come in you're expecting Pons to be a 15 to 20 point per game scorer. If he scores that, great. But his contributions are a lot are just his defense, his rebounding, things of that nature. But he can step out and hit the shot if he needs to. But your main guy, I think, and I think we knew it going in, your main guy is going to be John Fulkerson. And, when plays need to be made, John Fulkerson's going to probably be the go-to guy. Just his moves, he's developed a nice little mid-range game. He's going to be an effective guy, especially because he's pretty quick for a big guy like he is. And he's got some good moves, some good spin moves. And if he adds that mid-range jumper, which it appears he's added to his game, he's going to be a tough dude to defend down there. But, I like what I've seen out of Vescovi so far. He's averaging 4 assists through the first couple games and 4 turnovers. Main thing right there is the turnovers. Through 2 games, they've got 26 turnovers compared to 21 assists. That's a number that's going to have to change, and I think it's something that you will see change going forward. And that was a problem last year that they dealt with a lot, was just a lot of turnovers and things of that nature. But 16 steals, 5 blocks through 2 games. That's 8 steals per game. That's a pretty good average right there. And Josiah-Jordan James was 6 of them alone himself. But we'll see moving forward before they go. 77 rebounds through 2 games. That's that's averaging almost 40 rebounds per game. So they're hitting the boards pretty well. Mainly Fulkerson, Pons, Josiah-Jordan James. Those are your 3 leading rebounders. I think they fixed the turnover issues. I think that's the one thing that plagues this team and has plagued Rick Barnes' team for the last couple years right there. So that's where, I look at it now. You've got Vescovi, Springer, James, Bailey, Keon Johnson. That's 5 guys right there who can handle the ball. And, they're going to need, it's good to have all those guys that can handle it and bring it up. And with that as well, that's where you got to clean up on turnovers. But, again, I like what I've seen the first couple games. This is a very athletic team. And I'm excited to see, knowing Rick Barnes and where his teams goes a lot of times, I'm excited to see where they're at come January. Of course, January's right around the corner, but come February, definitely come March. And, hopefully we don't run into these stoppages or anything like that. And I don't foresee that happening, but, you never know. And, moving forward, I think you'll continue to see, obviously, Fulkerson, I think Pons, and I think Springer. I think you'll see Springer's minutes continue to go up. I think you may see Keon Johnson's go up as well. But it'd just be interesting to see how they manage those minutes, because you got a few guys right there who, it may be a case of the hot hand who goes more minutes or what have you. But there's, 4 guys I think could score 10 points on any given night, and that's a minimum with Fulkerson, Pons, Vescovi, and James. And then looks to me like Victor Bailey, Springer, and Keon Johnson on any night could be a hot hand who could go for double digits also. And I think Anasicki probably in due time is going to be there as well. But this week Tennessee's looking at Appy State Tuesday night. Appy State 7 p.m. on the SEC Network. And then they'll bring in Tennessee Tech. Looks like that'll be Friday night at 7 p.m. as well. So I think it's a couple games. Tennessee, you may see, who knows, I think, those games have potential. You could see, maybe a little struggle out of the gate, little struggles at some point. But I think that's games that they'll win pretty handily. I'm not sure what Appy State or Tennessee Tech has that much this year. And then the following week, you've got St. Joe's, which was just added to the schedule, and you've got USC Upstate leading into Christmas break. And then after that, it's SEC schedule time. So, they don't have the – they don't have the – what I can't think of the word I'm looking for here. They don't have the freedom. They don't have the luxury, I guess you could say, of a lot of out-of-conference games. There's some good games that they had to cancel that I would have loved to have seen them play with Gonzaga, with Notre Dame. That was a couple of interesting games to kind of see where they're at, because Gonzaga's looked really well. Like they may be, they're the team to beat right now. Not maybe. They do look like the team to beat right now. But, things can change come March along the way. But I fully expect going into conference play, Tennessee's going to go in 6-0. And, we'll see. I think at this point, based on what we've seen in the conference, I really think Tennessee should be the favorite based on how Kentucky's played. Now, granted, I say that Kentucky's lost to some good teams. And, Kentucky's going to be Kentucky. They've got talent. That's going to be your main team to deal with. I think probably Auburn is going to be, it'd be nice to beat Bruce Pearl. It'd be nice to beat Bruce Pearl. I'm not a guy, I know people really love him. I appreciate what he did right down at Knoxville. I'll go on record on here. I cannot stand the guy. Cannot stand him. And, the fact that people get in trouble in college, Donnie Tyndall gets a show cause for what he did, and yet you got guys like Bruce Pearl. You've got LSU's coach. You got Arizona's coach. You've got Kansas's coach. You got all these guys proven out here, caught on tape doing things. And I don't think Pearl's been caught on tape, but you get the gist down here. But anyhow, Rick Barnes I think he's got this program. We'll see where it ends up, but sky's the limit. Sky is the limit. I think the one weakness we're maybe seeing is just taking care of the ball. And if they can get that taken care of, I believe this is going to be a really, really hard team. Not going to say a flawless team, but it's going to be a team with very few flaws. And, if they can continue to build, you continue to get these younger guys into the rotation more in tune and stuff. Come March, this team's going to be hard to handle. Now, with that being said, you can see the flip side of it as well. Who knows what will happen, because last year at this time, I was pretty high on Tennessee's team. You had Lamonte Turner still in the lineup. They'd gone up and beaten a good Washington team. They had some good wins at that point. And then, Jordan Bowden had a tough senior year. You lost Lamonte Turner. It just killed him. Absolutely killed him. And those two guys were the backbone, and just losing Turner and then Bowden struggles as well just made for a tough year. It was a team that was going to have to go a long way in the SEC tournament just to get in the NCAA tournament. And I don't know that they had it last year. I think it would have been probably an NIT year and to get some good experience there. But good first week for Tennessee. 2-0, beat good. You beat your Power 5 team in Colorado, beat a traditionally good team in Cincinnati. We'll see where they build on that going forward, and if they can fix their flaws now and continue to build. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, make sure you tune in Tuesday night, as JP and Dauber will be doing the post-game show after Appy State. And make sure you tune in Wednesday night for Talkin Vols Football Edition, 7 p.m. Make sure you tune in Thursday for the day after Early Signing Day Edition. Make sure you tune in Saturday for the post-game show, and then I'll be back at you again Sunday with the day after and Monday. So lots of content coming, and And, you know, if you need something to fill the time as well, if you're a wrestling fan, Thursday nights, 9 p.m.'s the Wrestling Council. Boogie and his cast of characters host the Wrestling Council. They do a good job. It's a fun show Thursday nights at 9. But once again, appreciate you guys tuning in. Y'all take care, stay safe, and I will see you later on.